It's your girl, Gel Beauty 87 here, and today we're going to get into the new Natasha Denona I Need a Glow highlighter. Sorry, I need a nude glow highlighter. So this retails for $42, which I thought was kind of outrageous because the normal ones, I believe, are like 34 or 38. So first of all, I want to see if the amount in the original one is the same as the one in this one. Sorry, let me turn it the right way. So this one has 0.35 ounces and this one has 0.28 ounces. So this one actually has more product and costs less, and this one costs more and has less product. How about that? See, she thought she was getting over on mothers, because this edge, just by the pans alone. So I'm assuming the pan in here is deeper than this one, because this one is 10 grams and this one is only 8 grams. So starting off not feeling it, because, you know, it's less in here, but I had to pay $42 for this, and I paid like $38 for these two. So I have 3 of them already, and then I have some of the formulas in the other palettes. We're not gonna swatch all of them here. Y'all know how I do. I swatch this stuff on IG. I might be able to swatch it in here though, just because all we have to do is apply this highlighter. Since it's dedicated to just this highlighter, I didn't buy the eyeshadow palette like everyone else, because to me it just looked like a brown skin friendly version of that mini retro she came out with in the springtime, and those are my color aesthetics or vibes, as we know. So but I am finding it interesting that this one costs more. Let me get you less product. The original one gives you 10, like I said, and this one gives you 8, but this one's 42, and the original ones are, I'm quite sure they're 34 or 38. I'm going to bank and say it's 38 though. So the fact that I had to pay more for less product is already a problem. But all the colors are different, so I guess I should at least be able to appreciate that. Like this one is the shade medium. So that's a nice, good shade for someone my skin tone. And then I got the, in Super Glow, I got bronze. I believe this one was limited edition. This is a dual chrome highlighter, apparently. I didn't feel like it had dual chromeness to it, but whatever. This is what the color of this one looks like. So none of the colors I have look the same. If any of them did, I feel like this one would be the closest one compared to this one. But since it's more of a champagne situation, it's not going to be the same. But while we're sitting here, we're just going to swatch all 3. So I'll swatch the original one I have, which is medium. I meant to get dark too, but I just never got around to it. And as you can see, this is one I have used the most out of all of hers, because it had the biggest dent in it. I try not to use these Super Glow as much because they don't, it's a limited edition one, so I don't have it anymore. And I don't, you know, want to be using, and then y'all be like, oh, that's so pretty, where do you get it from? And then they don't make it anymore. Now they might still have it on her website. I don't think they have it on Sephora anymore. Again, don't quote me. So I'm going to swatch the new one now, and I usually don't swatch it before I put it on my face, but you know, I wanted to get the swatches out the way. So as you can see, none of the ones I have look exactly the same. This one is, I swatched them in the order that I bought them. So I bought this one first, then I bought this one, then I bought this one obviously, which is the newest one, and then there are some colors in the contour palette that we can swatch at the end. But I just want to start off with those 3, since those are the 3 that were sitting right here with me. So I have a ColourPop brush here. The, what number is this? The F5. And then I have the Jacqueline Hill natural hair brush. So just in case it doesn't give me the intensity I want with this ColourPop brush, I will have a natural hair brush to see if it'll make a difference. So start off on the Cupid's bow. So let's give it a nice little decent amount of glow. It's a light glow though. So let's try it on side of the face and see how we feel about that. So I'm thinking about doing one side of my face with this brush, and then doing one side of my face with the natural hair one, and see if that helps like build it up, because I've already swiped into this one twice just to get the opacity build up that I have on now. And let's put some on the chin, because I remember correctly, I didn't put any there. So with the natural hair brush, what I'm going to do is go down the middle of the nose, and then do the other cheekbone. But I know some people like natural hair brushes, and some people like more synthetic, so I figured I'd start off with the synthetic one, and then we do the natural hair one. But it's giving a decent amount of glow. I mean, it's not doing a whole lot. Like, I feel like the Super Glow would give you way more, but you know, it's called Super Glow for a reason. This is just called I Need a Glow. Now let's go down the middle of the nose. We're going to take the Jacqueline Hill JH09 brush. And it doesn't seem like it's really picking up that much on here, but it might be because the hairs are white that I can't see it as much. Let's go ahead. I just dusted it around in this brush just to pick it up, but since it's a white haired brush as opposed to a darker hair brush, it's harder to see. Like if I had my Scott Barnes brush, I feel like it'd be easier for me to tell if how much product I had picked up. But as you can see, the nose looks quite glowy. And I'm just doing like this and rubbing in the pan. And then we're going to go over here. Okay, so I definitely feel like when you use a natural hairbrush, you get way more pow bang in your face than you do with that synthetic one. Because I feel like the middle of the nose and this cheekbone is looking quite more highlighted than it did when I did the ColourPop top. But it's just me, y'all. See, I feel like this one's more subtle and this one's more like bam, pow in your face. So I would definitely say use it with a natural hairbrush just because I feel like I got more opacity with the natural hairbrush than I did with this one. So, I mean, it's okay for a champagne highlighter. Do I think it's worth the price point? No, I do not. It's $42 and you're getting less product. I feel like you should buy one of the originals over buying this one just because, I don't know if it's because she added this raised plastic thing that she thought she's supposed to charge you more money for it or what, because it's like, you didn't give me any more products, so why does this cost more? I'm just trying to figure it out. Anyway, I'm gonna pause this video real quick because I have to go ahead and grab the other highlighters to compare to this one. I got a couple of the face palettes here. So I have the Love palette here and the Tan palette here. And then I have it's one more palette here I have. It's the Contour palette, the one for medium to deep. So I'm gonna go grab all three of those and then we're gonna compare the highlighters from those to the one that's already on my hand. And then we'll see how all of them go together. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I got 3 more highlighters to compare it to. So I have, this is the palette I was talking about, the medium dark sculpt and glow. And then of course I have the tan bronze and glow. And then I have this one. The other 2 I have to swatch when I get home. So I might just go on IG and swatch all of these in addition to those 2 that I'm missing. But the one in here to me looks really similar to the one in the, see, it's really similar to the individual pan when I have the original glow in medium. I feel like it looks similar to that. It looks like it's like a tad bit darker than that one. This is the one I have on my face right now here on the end. I'm going to swatch the other ones next to that. I just swatched this one toward the front once I realized it was like closer to that tone. Let me put this palette to the side. As usual, I hardly have any space up here where I'm sitting, so I shouldn't be trying to put too much on here. So next, we're going to swatch this Impact Glow Powder, since that's, I believe, remember correctly, it's supposed to be the highlighter in here, even though I think these are supposed to be more like blush shades. But again, since I have it, we just going to swatch it while we're here. So this is the one out of the Love palette. As you can see, so far, nothing is looking exactly like it. I feel like it looks similar to other things I already have from her. Like this one, just looks like a more rose pinkish tone to these 2 right here, in my opinion. These just seem like a deeper bronze. What else? And the last one we have is the Tan palette. I will swatch the new palette that she came out with and the Diamond palette along with the original Bloom palette that I have at home, even though I don't think the Bloom has anything similar to it. And we're going to take both of these right here and swatch them. Now, I was concerned that this one might be close to the Champagne, but we're about to find out. So this is the Champagne one, and this is the one from the Tan and Glow palette. I feel like this one is a little bit brighter than this one is, but I feel like the tones in them seem somewhat similar. This one pulls a little bit more gold than this one does, but otherwise, you know. And with this palette, aren't they like, I'm trying to remember how much the price of those are. They 48? I don't honestly remember. And then we have this shade right here. To me, this seems like a more coppery version of the Super Glow one right here. But as I said, just like I thought, this is the closest one to the one that's on my face right now. I wish I had left a space on my face so we could swatch it on my face to see if they'll look similar on the face or not. You know what? I'm going to try to find a place on my face for us to do that, since I feel like it's really similar to the one I have on now. And if it is, you get more products in here to experiment and try out with than buying this one whole highlighter. So if you have this palette, you might not want to bother. I'm going to switch. I'm going to use this side that we didn't use with that on it. And I'm going to... applying foundation back on top of this. And then we're going to put it right on the crease before and try it out. I'm even going to put the high glass powder I normally do. I'm like, well, no, I shouldn't put that on there because that's kind of glowy. I'm going to take a loose setting powder, so then that way there's no trace of the highlighter anymore there, to make sure that when we swatch the new highlighter that we're about to put here, to make sure if you're just seeing that color and nothing else, because the skin tone powder isn't gonna hurt the integrity of the highlighter. So we're gonna put that there, and then we're gonna swatch the Glow Impact powder in here. This one right here, the one I said I felt looked closest to the highlight I have on now. I'm gonna put it on my Cupid's bow right here, and like I said, we're gonna use this clean side. So let's do that real quick, and then we'll see how they look on the face. Because since we have that one right on the nose, if it looks just like the Cupid's bow, then we know they're similar enough on the skin to where you don't need both of these things. Sponge it in a little bit because I use a little bit here. I feel like it looks a little bit deeper down here than it does on my nose. So it is a little bit deeper, just like I thought it was. I just wanted to see if it was going to be a little bit deeper on the skin. When your natural oils work in, it might not make a difference. I'll try to put a clip in later on in the day to see if, you know, it'll look different after my natural oils have warmed up to my face. But these are all the highlighters I have with me from her palettes. So we can have an idea of, like I said, what all of them looks like. I need to finish off the face because y'all know I spray my face after I put on my highlighters. We need to do that now. So let's go ahead and pat the face down. But I am disappointed now that I know that I have less product. I have paid more for it than I do in the other highlighters I already have from her. Because I swear they're not $42. I swear, y'all. If you go on the website, I feel like they're like $38. Don't quote me. I'll try to remember to put the price down below just because I'm like, I feel like it's not the same. Like, I just feel like in my spirit, it is not the same price. And then we're going to dust my high glass all over the face as usual. Because I like to do that after I get done putting on all my products. Just so I feel like it gives me a natural glow from within look. And suntanned and beautiful. So, well, not suntanned, but you know, like a natural just, I'm glowing from within type of look. Plus, I feel like I put a little bit too much blush on this side. So it helps to buff out that whole situation as well. And see, I just look like I have a nice little natural beaming glow from within. So the product is definitely good for that for me. But yeah, so with this highlighter, I personally don't think it's worth it just because I know I paid less for these on Sephora than I did for this one. And I read that there's less product in here than there is in here. So I personally don't think it's worth it. If you have the tan palette, I feel like you have a color that's close enough to this one. Just like you saw on my hand. Again, this is the champagne one. And then this is the impact one. And I feel like they're close enough to where you don't necessarily need to have this particular highlighter. So that's just my thoughts on it. I'm going to try to insert a part later on in the video that shows the highlighters warming up to my face to see if the one on my nose or the ones on the side of my face will look the same as right here. Oh, well, see, on the side of my face, I feel like it looks similar to the one that's down here. What do y'all think though? See, my Cupid's bow, and then like right here, I feel like they look the same. I feel like the only place looks different is on my nose, and that might just be because of my natural oil. So I say skip on it if you already have the tan palette, because you already have two highlighters in here. Now, obviously, those highlighters aren't going to be as much product as that, but who the hell's going through a whole highlighter? I mean, be real with yourself, sis. Not to mention, you can use the cream to amplify it if you have the tan palette already, because this is a cream that amplifies the highlighter, and then you get two different highlighters, and then you can use this as a blush or a bronzer, according to Natasha Denona. I've used it as a bronzer in the wintertime, but in the summertime, it's more like a blush situation for somebody like me, and it really doesn't show up as a blush then either. But, you know, those are just my thoughts. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.